Well, good morning. We got another Memphis answers for you today. And it's concerning Memphis Monday 297, which is installing the LED lights. It was yesterday's video. Had a couple of questions. One from Steve Walker. Had a question: why didn't you use a multimeter to figure out where the wires went? Well, I came back with an instant answer that, well, I'm too lazy to learn how to use a multimeter. But as soon as I wrote that sentence, I started a new paragraph and said, I know how to use a multimeter to figure out continuity. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I do that? Well, the reason I didn't do it is I just took the easy way out, had another extension cord, and I just did it. And I'll show you that in there about what Steve was talking about. The second question is from Smash Gordon. He wanted to know if those LED bulbs I showed, you could just put them right into a fluorescent fixture. And the ones I have you can, and I'll show you that in there in just a couple of seconds. Okay, let's knock off the chit chat and come up with some answers. So the first question is, I don't have that original wire. I threw that away from yesterday's video. The question is, how do you figure out which one of these prongs goes to these, to which wire down here? And Steve said use a multimeter, and of course he's right. Let me show you how that's done. These are multimeters, and the reason I call them multimeters is because they do a whole bunch of different things. What we're going to do today is a continuity check, and they used to do that with a thing called a galvanometer, but now all that's built in to the to the device. I have one and I have a backup. Okay, to do the continuity check, you switch it over to ohms, which is a measurement of resistance in the wire. Right now the resistance is 1. It's open. There's no resistance. If I touch these two wires, touch these two ends together, it should go down to 0, which means that it's totally closed. Now I can take that same theory, and these things come with these little prongs here. Say I want to find out which prong goes to that. So to test it, I'll just put it on this prong right here. Okay, and it doesn't matter when you're doing a continuity check whether you're using the positive or the negative, for what we're doing here anyway. Now just keep an eye on that multimeter, and now my left hand worked. Okay, now I stick it in that slot right there. I'm still getting an infinite opening. Put it in the other one, and there it is. Okay, so now I know that prong right there goes to that slot, and I can check all of them, and that's what Steve was talking about. I might be poor mouthing a little bit about my facilities and to work on electrical stuff. I have all the tools and multimeters and guns and the whole spiel. But I used all this stuff in conjunction with boat building and working on cars and stuff, which is DC, which is normally a lower voltage, and it's not It's not as dangerous as AC. So I get a little nervous about AC. Okay, these are the bulbs that Smash Gordon was talking about. Question was, can you use these LED bulbs? They look like regular T8 bulbs, you know, and there's nothing special about these. I got them at Walmart, okay? And they're specifically designed to work in T8 or T12 receptacles. Total of 10 bulbs, and they last 44 years. So the difference between the T8 and the T12, the T12, they're doing away with those and just going straight to the T8s. And the difference is the bulbs are bigger around. And I don't know if they're interchangeable. These are T8s here. Okay, I got this plugged in. You can see I got these LED bulbs right in here already. Let's turn them on and see if they work. They do. Let's change a bulb. Could put my glasses on. Let's take a look at these bulbs. Okay, you can see the bulb itself has the normal little tines on there that slide in just like the regular fluorescent. It's got the little mark there to when you twist it around, you want it to be straight up and down. Here you can actually see the strip inside the bulb. And it's got all this. See, turn before installing, and this is installing for use only in fluorescent fixtures. So these here are actually designed for fluorescent fixtures. And you put them in, I mean, you can't even tell the difference between these and fluorescents in terms of putting them in. These might be a little better. Just put them in like that. Well, let me get you a close-up how they go in. And I'm not that I think you need an instruction on how to put light bulbs in, but there are different kinds of, see how they fall into that slot? Okay? But there are different kinds of fluorescent bulbs. Some of them have a single prong. Okay, now I just rotate it until that black mark is straight up. Now let's see if it still works. And it does. See, what they've done is they've rigged these things up. They've rigged these things up where the strip is on the back of the bulb, so it just lights up like a regular fluorescent bulb, but it's LED, and it lasts 44 years. Okay, that does it for this Memphis Answers. The question to Smash Gordon is, yes, you can just buy those LED bulbs. They're engineered, designed to fit right into a T8 or a T12 fixture. So, you know, they're the way to go if, you know, if they're kind of a new thing. So I don't know if they last, you know, they get, I don't know if there's some kind of tail behind them that I don't know. And second question about the multimeter. You know, of course you can use the multimeter to do the continuity check, but I think the takeaway here is when you're doing a job like that, we're also eager to say, well, I don't know how to do that, and just give up, you know, I don't know how to use a multimeter. Well, think about it. You know, I've used that multimeter many times to check things. You know, you just it's like, well, I don't know how to do that, so I don't even think about it. When we give up too easy. You know, you got to use your brain. Okay, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment, and I'll see you next Memphis Answers. The next exciting Memphis Answers. Thanks for playing along.